पूज्य गुरुजी स्वामी तेजोमयानंद जी, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Hari Om. At the outset, I extend greetings from Sujata and myself to Prabhatai on her noble work in presenting sadhakas with Shri Guru Charitra, Sulabh Yatartha. I know considerable research, thinking and contemplation have gone into this project, and the resultant excellence is obvious. Chandogya Upanishad averts, Yadeva Vidyaya Karoti Shraddhayopanishada Tadeva Viryavattaram Bhavati. Whatever is done with knowledge of its meaning and Shraddha is much more efficacious than what is done without. Shri Guru Charitra, read with Shraddha, is spiritually uplifting. If it is read with understanding of the import of the Ovis, it is much more uplifting. Mananat trayate iti mantraha. Knowledge of meaning of mantras promotes its constant contemplation, mananam, which becomes spiritually uplifting. Prabhatai's Sulabh Yatartha, as the title itself suggests, gives meaning of Ovis in simple language. It also gives meaning of words which in today's common parlance are unfamiliar. This will precisely facilitate such mananam on any Ovi that is read during Parayana. Sadhakas, I am sure, will be greatly benefited. As I look back on my life, the 5 years from my age of 79 to 83 have been much more fruitful and spiritually rewarding. I consider these 5 years as the best period which I shall ever cherish, because Dattarupi Sri Swami Samartha graced me with the opportunity to be an instrument in translation of Sri Guru Charitra in English in Ovibadh Parayana text form. Also, is it not Sri Swami Samartha's grace that the manuscript in its progressive stage was vetted by great spiritual master Pujya Swami Tejomayanand ji. Pujya Guruji went through the manuscript so minutely that apart from vetting its accuracy, he even pointed out a few instances of misplaced and misspelt words. How many authors or translators can have such rare good fortune? It all started in September 2016. Sri Narendra Nandurkar of Anmol Prakashan Pune called me with a request to translate Sri Guru Charitra in Ovibadh Parayana form. I replied it was almost impossible to translate in Ovi meter, since the syntax and semantics of English and Marathi are different. Back and forth communications continued for a while. In January 2017, one day as I was in my dhyana and japa, I got the inspiration that translation should be in verses form only, in Ovi meter. Immediately, I prayed to Sri Swami Samartha that if it was his wish that it should be done in Ovi form, then he should get it done by me. I made the sankalp to start the project. To my great disbelief, verses in English simply started flowing in Ovi form. I was only to be an instrument, nimitta matra bhava, as Bhagavan Sri Krishna told Arjuna in Gita. I cannot arrogate to myself authorship, nor do I have literary credentials. I would be utterly honest to say that I would not be able to rewrite any Ovi in English if I am asked to do so today. It is unbelievable that the translated Parayana text of Sri Guru Charitra in English in 7385 OVs could emerge. Having said so, it will be only appropriate to read a few OVs in English. Third Adhyaya, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Siddha Muni, having thus explained will details, Namakarni was so delighted, he again humbly entreated, Hail, hail, O Siddha Muni, Saviour you are for me. Doubts lurking in my mind, surely you have cleared. Due to you, everything I have attained, in the ocean of bliss fully soaked. With Supreme Principle I am connected. From today onwards, O the Giver, kind-hearted. Such a story of glory of Guru, replete with knowledge conveyed by you, made my mind soak in bliss, which, O Swami, due to your grace. Which place is your residence? Where do you get your sustenance? Your humble servant I shall become at once. Saying so, he prostrated in obeisance. Siddha Muni, ever compassionate, gave his disciple embrace affectionate, gracing him with solemn blessings, told him his own tidings. Wherever there is Guru's presence, I live there, offering obeisance. If you desire to know my diet, remembrance of Guru satisfy my appetite. Sri Guru's biography truly is my drink of ambrosia verily. I imbibe its virtues and attributes. He showed the holy volume saying thus, worldly enjoyment, highest objective or liberation, whatever is the desired expectation, at once comes to fruition, devotedly listening to Guru Charitra's recitation. Desirous of riches get wealth plentiful, happy family and cattle bountiful, devoted and discerning listeners of recitation become imbued with knowledge and inspiration. Those who for a week ceremoniously read devotedly or listen intently, fulfilled will be their material desires. Childless ones will get blessed with sons. Sufferers of diseases, unpropitious planets, mitigated will be their resultant afflictions. One under bondage and exploitation will get relief on listening to recitation. Endowed with knowledge and longevity will surely become on listening devotedly, will be released from grievous sins on listening to recitation with mind's focus. At that moment, having heard with attention, Namadaraka paid obeisance in devotion. Said he, O Swami, rear me, nurse me, compassionate Siddha Muni. I perceived you as epitome of Guru, met the light of enlightenment in you. Desires in my mind felt deeply to hear from you Sri Guru's glory. Someone suffering from thirst while walking on a lonely path, drink of nectar is given, likewise meeting you is my good fortune. Let my ears hear Guru's glory, narrate to me, O Swami, entirely. My mind's darkness of night, lift it like rising sunlight. At that moment, instantly, Siddha Yogi gestured assuredly, holding him by his hand, took him to his abode. Seat of knowledge was his place, under peepal tree of desire fulfilling grace. Light of knowledge he sat down to expound. To Namadaraka he blessedly addressed. You are ignorant of how to serve Guru, therefore sorrow and distress torment you. In innumerable ways and situations, you are hounded by anxiety and afflictions. To perceive and recognize your Guru, look into your behavior through and through. Develop deep devotion in your mind, then only Guru will be perceived and recognized. Hearing Siddha's statement profound, worthy Namadarka was enchanted. He repeatedly saluted with prostration, expressing words in piteous articulation. I am burnt by fire of triple-fold afflictions, drowned in ocean of worldly afflictions, encircled by animalistic anger, rage, and intolerance, entrapped in web of nuisance, carrying me on a boat of erudition, propelled by winds of compassion, making me bodily pure. Rescue me, O Swami, my Savior. With these words piteous, Namadaraka made request courteous, prostrating at Siddha's feet humbly, offered obeisance repeatedly. Ovibadh Parayana text in English for performing observance meant that it had to be absolutely faithful translation with no room for editorial variation, interpretation, or omission. It was possible to fulfill this strict standard only due to Sri Swami Samartha's grace, because the manuscript was vetted by two experts whom I had not met or not even known before. One was Sanskrit scholar Sri Manohar Joshi of Indore, known for his deep study of Sri Guru Charitra. He frequently gave me lucid explanation and meaning of Ovis. Another expert was Sri Unmesh Patil, who had left his practice as chartered accountant in Mumbai to answer his Guru's call and settled in Gangapur to serve his Guru. When he came to know of this project, he phoned me from Gangapur and offered assistance. His understanding of Sri Guru Charitra is so profound that whenever I had any difficulty, I used to phone him. He instantly used to recite the Ovi and explain its import. Similarly, Prabhatai also I have not yet met. Her research on rivers and confluences referred in 15th Adhyaya and her other explanations in Sri Guru Charitra Ashaya helped me a lot. The project took 5 years to complete. These 5 years, as I said before, have been my most rewarding years. I do perceive how my thought process, attitude, and demeanor have been gradually evolving, though the path ahead is still long to traverse. It has been an illuminating experience, which I can describe only by quoting a sutra from Narada Bhakti Sutra. Mukha swadanavat, like the taste of sweet experienced by a vocally challenged person. Indescribable. I conclude by offering my devout pranams to Guruji, Swami Tejomanand Ji.